Hi guys, this is Mr. Mark and I'm going to give you a class today of Who Are You Online? This class has to do with the benefits and drawbacks of presenting yourself in different ways online. Our essential question that we're going to look at today is what are the benefits and drawbacks of presenting yourself in different ways online? Our learning objectives reflect on reason why people might want to create fake social media accounts, identify the possible results of posting from a fake social media accounts, and debate the benefits and drawbacks of posting from multiple accounts. So as we go through this lesson, I want you to use the handout that's also attached to the Google Classroom. It's entitled The Finsta Debate Student Handout. What are the reasons someone might have for creating a fake social media account, a Finsta? Why post messages or images only to certain people or post them anonymously? Why not just post them for the rest of the world? So we want you to use this handout, write down these the thoughts that come into your mind as we go through this presentation. So what does it actually mean to be yourself or to be real? Those are deep thoughts for middle schoolers in the 21st century. For kids today, these questions matter online too. So we're going to explore why some people create different personas for themselves online and on social media. So the terms that we're going to use, the big term today is Finsta. Finsta stands for fake Instagram account, and it's used for posting to a specific group of people or to post anonymously. Have you heard what Finsta means? Have you ever heard that term before? I have not heard that term ever until I started teaching this class, and now I have to deal with it, so Finsta. So let's look at slide number 4. Fake Instagram account, where you pretend to be somebody else on Instagram so you can pretty much say whatever you want. Anonymously is the word that we use to describe that you're hiding yourself. You're doing something anonymously without anybody knowing who you are. Sometimes people do not want to come out and be like that online. So affinity group, a group of people linked by a common interest or purpose. And I believe your affinity group is the group of you and your close-knit group of friends that you want to be part of this fake Instagram account. They'll actually know who you are. Everybody else will not know who you are. So curate, that's another word that we want to use for this. Curate is the way that you as an individual are going to take care of your real Instagram account. You're going to put pictures only that make you look good. You're only going to say things that make you look good. And if people come across your Instagram account, they're going to look and say, wow, this person is a nice person and they look attractive or beautiful. And so you're curating your Instagram account to make it look its best. Meanwhile, you have your Finsta account, which you share with your affinity group to show things that you can let your hair down with, or to respond to your own real account, your Rinsta, that nobody else can see. When you are posting to your affinity group, you're only posting things that the group likes. For example, perhaps you're into Korean K-pop, or you're into video games or music or something like that. That's what your affinity group, you're going to all post the same things on there. So what reasons and results can we add based on the following examples? So let's look at these examples here. Brian is a big basketball fan, and he uses a Finsta, BB Hopper 1, to post about his favorite team. That's his online persona name, BB Hopper 1. And he posts comments about the team games and gets into debates with other fans. He sometimes calls people stupid or bandwagon if they disagree with him. We all know somebody like that, don't we? Jolie likes to keep her real profile carefully curated. It's like a garden that let's pull the weeds out the garden, Let's water the flowers. Let's make everything look beautiful. That Jolie likes to keep her real profile carefully curated because her parents and family can see it. She uses a Finsta. What did we say that was again? Instagram account. A fake Instagram account. For other posts, like videos, she posts herself trying to learn a popular song on the piano because she doesn't want people to see that she plays the piano not as well as she would like to. And she's making a lot of mistakes, you know, and she's giggling while she plays, you know. So that's her fake Instagram account, or her Finsta. And then we have the other person is Michaela. Michaela loves playing online games, Overseen, which I never heard about before, where players use avatars to play. She uses a Finsta to post pictures of her gameplay and her comments on other players. She sometimes uses her Finsta to respond to people who had commented on her real-life profile page. So how might that benefit Michaela if she's commenting with her fake Instagram account on her real Instagram account to people who said whatever on her page? How might students, how might she use that to her advantage or her disadvantage? So people have fake social media accounts for all sorts of reasons. For example, people connecting with people who have the same interests as you, having fun posting and sharing messages with photos with close friends, a lot of time spent using and managing multiple accounts. And this is a drawback, actually. You go from one account to another account and you bounce back and forth between it, and you actually waste a lot of time. Your online life becomes kind of meaningless and your real life non-existent. And sometimes you might just think you're in your Finsta account when you're in your real account and post something really crazy online, and that really looks bad on your part. Some people might get a message or a photo shared more widely than you intended, and this happens a lot on things like YouTube or something like that, when you post videos or pictures or things like that. Also, teasing, insults, cyberbullying from anonymous accounts. These are all like reasons people have fake social media accounts. We're going to watch a video that shows people's experiences with social media and Finstas.
I think there's a lot of promoting like self-love and positivity, but sometimes that can turn into more of just boasting or showing off.
You go on social media and everyone's posed and thin and pretty, and it's something that definitely gets to you. You're behind your screen, it's not you, so I don't want to post anything that's like too goofy or, you know, sort of vulnerable to who I am.
So when you're online, you have this perfect, unrealistic image of yourself. I think that a lot of the pressure of being a teenager, regardless of who you are, is putting an image out there of yourself that societally is more accepted and more well received.
People started making spam accounts or second accounts or Finstas. They didn't have to think about the quality of the pictures or the lighting or how much editing had been done to that photo.
I wouldn't like say it's a bad thing, but like it's definitely something like that's a part of social media, and it's just going to keep growing.
I think there is a lot of pressure to present a version of yourself that's close to perfect. I would say most of that pressure comes from myself and me wanting to look a certain way and present myself a certain way.
You're able to pick and choose what people see. But if you are constantly displaying yourself as always happy, it can create a lot of anxiety and depression, just a lot of stress coming from, okay, how am I going to display myself online and how am I going to display my online self in the real world?
There are definitely photos where I've like put filters on it or like edited in some way where I look skinnier or prettier or have less freckles or whatever it is. You have all these opportunities to tell people about who you are, and people tend to edit that because they want to be liked. I tend to edit that because I want to be liked.
I do like being on social media because I like to express myself in different ways that people don't see me like in person.
I spend a lot of time being really careful about what I post on my main account, mostly because there's people that I don't know that well. My spam account, however, is just a bunch of really terrible pictures of me with very weird captions.
It's not just spam account and your regular account. Some people have accounts for cats for different colors.
Fences are more fun for me, I think, because you can just post really funny, weird things or repost memes, even share like your opinion on certain current events that maybe you wouldn't feel comfortable sharing with everyone that's following your main account.
A spam page allows you to express your thoughts, and I think it is really important you get to express yourself. People get to see who you really are.
So those are teens, just like yourself, explaining why they create their fake account. So let's look at these two questions here. What reasons do people have for creating and using fake social media accounts? For example, Finstas. And what are some of the results of having and using these accounts? What happens when people do have a fake social media account? Questions to consider about Finstas. The basic gut check. Do I feel good about making this account, or does it feel wrong? Do I feel fake? Would I use a Finsta account to post something that's harmful or mean? Would I say the same things if I was standing in front of somebody? Am I using it to post things that could be hurtful to someone? Or am I staying true to my values of who I am as a person? So let's look at this question. Is it worth it to have a fake social media account? Why or why not? Use your own experiences with social media and what you've heard today to decide on your position, yes, and what your reasons is, yes or no, and what your reason is. Identify specific examples that show your position and your reasons. Capture your ideas on your handout. When you finish with that, make sure that's turned into Google Classroom. Name it properly. Okay, now it's debate time. What you're going to do now is you're going to divide up into two different teams. Now, if you're in the classroom together, you can have one team on one side of the room and one team on the other side of the room. Then after that, you're going to take turns having one student step forward from each team to present reasons and evidence answering the Finsta questions that we asked earlier. Do you remember the Finsta questions? Let's look. What reasons do people have for creating and using fake social media accounts? Finstas. And what are some of the results of having and using these accounts? So is it worth to have and use fake social media accounts? Why is it worth it? Why not? Why should you not have a fake social media account? Do you have an experience in your life actually using a fake social media account? What have you learned about it? Or what have you heard to decide on your position? Yes or no? You've seen our class so far. Do you think it's worth having a fake account? Can you give examples of that? Write these down in the handout that I showed you earlier. I'm going to divide you up into teams according to how you sit in the classroom. That's your team. So you're going to take turns having one student step forward to present your reason and evidence. When it's your side's turn, raise your hand to be the next presenter. Each presenter will have 1 minute. Points will be awarded by me based on if you're respectful, if you're listening, if you're responding, your use of examples to support your reasons, and direct responses to the arguments made by the other side. Respectful direct responses. Okay, so now you have your classmates, which you're able to get to online, even if you're not in the same room. Divide yourself into two teams. One is the yes team, and the other is the no team for answering these questions. Each team should form a line facing the other team. Now, if we're doing this online, you can't really do this, but if you can do it in class, videotape it, or do it outside and videotape it. Read the directions aloud out of 10 minutes for the debate. Remember, when you disagree with somebody who has a different opinion than you, you have to disagree respectfully. So each side will take turns having one student step forward to present reasons and evidence. When it's your side's turn, raise your hand to be the next presenter. Each presenter will have 1 minute. Points will be awarded by the teacher based on everything that you've heard so far. Do you believe you're going to have a Finsta account? Or do you already have a Finsta account? Or do you think maybe you want to cancel your Finsta account? Okay, that's it. Thanks for joining the class. If you have any questions, send me an email. This is an online class, and I'm your online teacher. Don't come see me. I'm just kidding. If you need to see me, come see me.